all starts off week 1. We got the Vikings coming into MetLife Stadium. And so we got our Vikings and Giants way too early preview here. That's September 8th, 1 p.m. So, guys, tomorrow is August 8th.
Whoa, hey.
It's October. We're going to go way in the future.
Let's not jump the gun halfway through the season.
Skipping months here. But it's a month away, guys. That's all we are. We're a month away from real football.
A day away from preseason.
Yes. That's not real football, though. So
a couple talents will have somewhat real football.
So let's talk about the Vikings, what they did this offseason. So we'll start off with the losses. The big 2 losses they had, guys. Kirk Cousins, who went to the Falcons. Danielle Hunter, who is like a stud pass rusher, guaranteed 12 to 16 sacks kind of guy. He went off to the Texans. So they lost a couple of big pieces there. Let's not kid ourselves in that. They lost a couple of big pieces. And now you go to what they added. At quarterback, lost Kirk Cousins. Got to do something quarterback-wise. We saw what happened when he went out last year. It was a different team. They added J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold. Now, J.J. McCarthy, we talked about him all draft. We don't need to go too much into him at that point there. But I will say this. By all accounts that I'm hearing out of their camp, as of right now, Sam Darnold would actually be the starter. And we have no way of knowing how that's going to work out. Let's be honest. A lot can happen in a month. Like J.J. McCarthy could light it up all of a sudden in the preseason and could beat out Sam Darnold. It's not set in stone, guys. But if the season started today, that's what it would be. Would be Sam Darnold. I think Giants fans know Sam Darnold obviously pretty well from his Jets days. And it seems like he's convinced another team that he could be a good quarterback. This is team 4 that he's convinced now. He's like that draft class's version of Josh Rosen. He keeps convincing people over and over again he can play football. Remember last year, who's going to sign him? Sam Darnold. Someone could fix him. No one could fix him. He sucks.
We know what we got at this point. Let's be real.
Luckily, we don't got him. So, and it's rare for us to say we have a better quarterback situation than another team. Like,
yeah. I mean, but let's be real,
guys.
But let's be real. Going into this, like DJ's coming off an ACL. Like, is how healthy he's going to be coming into this?
Yeah,
way too early, but
he's looking good in camp so far. So I think I'm not too worried about that. So
he feels healthy enough to push another defensive lineman. So hey,
yeah. They made a big change at running back for them as well. Obviously they had, for years they've had a good running game at that point there. They're going to have it potentially again with Aaron Jones if he can stay healthy. The former Packer has gone over there to be their new, their new running back there. And it's funny because you don't know how to look at it. Obviously, year to year, everything can change at that point there. But I look at that and go, that to me is a little bit of a loss there. Like you look at what you had there. And
when it comes to Jones going there, he went there before the draft, did he not? You didn't know what you had an idea what quarterback you're going to go with in the draft, but it plays into McCarthy's strengths of dump it out to the running back. Because that's what Aaron Rodgers did when he was in the bench. He dumped it out to Jones.
If Aaron Jones could be healthy.
But you're 100% right. As a fantasy football guy,
they had Cam Akers,
football
Madison.
Guy,
they had guys they could switch it up with.
As a fantasy football guy, Aaron Jones always ran it up there with those guys as well.
I mean, 11 games last year. He had a pretty decent year yardage per carry wise at 4.6 yards per carry, but he hasn't been the guy you expect him to be very often. 2 of the last 3 seasons he's had under 800 yards. So it's definitely not what you got to expect at that point there from the Vikings running game, which is usually pretty good. So, look at, obviously, again, they lost Danielle Hunter. They signed Jonathan Grenard and Blake Cashman from the Texans, ironically. They just kind of swap players. Jihad Ward, our old friends, also there, along with Andrew Van Ginkel there from the Dolphins, who has one of the coolest names in all of football. But, they got some people. The biggest issue with the Vikings, guys, is their secondary. They lost already Mekhi Blackman to a torn ACL this year. Their rookie cornerback, Kyrie Jackson, of course, those who follow the news, had a tragic car crash where he died. Besides the fact that, it sucks someone died, I'm not trying to just blow that over as a not that, but that's not what we're here to talk. We're talking about the team. They've lost 2 corners already on the depth chart. That's going to hurt any team. But when you already weren't great at a secondary to begin with, that's a massive blow. Now, they signed Fabian Moreau afterwards, so that they were able to get someone in there at that point. Obviously, he's the ex-Giant, was there a couple of years ago. But the fact that he was hanging around in August tells you he hasn't been that great last year or two, The biggest thing that I really want to see in this whole thing, Justin Jefferson versus Deonte Banks. We have talked about it ad nauseum on the show. Deonte Banks has a gauntlet of receivers to go through, guys, this year. Absolute gauntlet, the best of the best of the best, sir. That's where he's at.
Yeah.
And this is now potentially going against the best receiver in the NFL, depending on who you want to put there. I know him and Tyreek, go back and forth between who people think. I'm not here to argue with the point either way. But when healthy, he obviously wasn't last year, but when healthy, he's right up there with Hill, if not better.
He's a stud. He led the NFL, 2 years ago when he was healthy. He was a top guy. He's been a top fantasy.
Oh, yeah, he was on pace for 2,000 yards at that point. Again, Hill was as well last year, so I'm not trying to take away from Hill when I say this, but that's how good he is.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a fun test for us overall. I will say this, though. This is the 100th celebration. So this is going to be the ugly uniform day when people wear that rugby uniform style. So just fair warning to Giants fans.
I'm actually
going to hurt.
I'm warming up to that jersey.
I'm not warming up to that at all.
I think I'm getting a Malik Neighbors jersey.
Yeah, go get a Malik Neighbors jersey, but get it in the old blue. Get the old.
Nope. I think I'm getting a 100th anniversary. I think I might wear it every episode in regular season. I think I might have to.
Yeah.
Guys, let me know if I should do that below.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's gonna make Jew vomit every episode.
Prediction time. I got the Giants actually winning this. I think they're gonna start the season off right for once. I feel like the Titan win of 22 is the only opening night win I can think of in forever at that point. But yeah, I got the Giants pulling out the victory here. What you got, Rob?
I took the Vikings winning, not because they're going to I took the Giants winning, not because the Vikings are going to be distracted by a 100th anniversary jersey, but I took it them winning because we're going to face them at the right time. I think this team of the Vikings are going to start clicking down the road. You got a new quarterback coming over. To take over the position. You got one of the best receivers in the NFL, not just on the team, in the NFL that we're going to play against. And it's going to put Banks to the test, but a rookie quarterback that's also going to put to the test that we don't know what he could do down the field, which that's what JJ does down the field, might help Banks out look better in that game. I think this is a Giants win. Because one, we're going to play our balls off, and two, because we're also playing a Vikings team that's going to probably be good this year at the right time.
Deb says it's a wonderful idea, Rob. I want to see that jersey every show. Don't do it. Don't listen to Deb for once. Brilliant ideas. This one's not.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.